This one was hot, guys. This one was hot. The Batman was an awesome film, guys, and if you haven't seen it, you absolutely have to check it out. So what's this one about? Okay, so Robert Pattinson is playing Batman and Bruce Wayne, and Batman has been Batman for a couple years now, and he's teamed up with Gordon, who's just a detective. He's not the commissioner yet, and the two of them fight crime. So it's a young Batman, and all of a sudden, the Riddler comes onto the scene, and he's killing people and leaving clues behind for Batman to try and figure out what's going on. So Batman's got to try and figure out exactly what's going on with the Riddler, why he's doing what he's doing, while at the same time dealing with other crimes that are going on as well, and dealing with other big-time bad guys at the same time. He's got a lot on his plate. This movie is 3 hours long, and it is a wild, wild ride. First of all, guys, I gotta say, Robert Pattinson delivered, guys. He brought it home with this one. He crushed it. He did a beautiful job playing the duality of Batman, the two sides, playing Bruce Wayne and Batman both. His voice changing of being Bruce Wayne versus Batman was incredible. His voice as Batman was great. I gotta give him props on it. He did a great job with the voice. I commend it. It was excellent. I thought he was a little skinny. It could have been a little bit buffer, but it's a young Batman. I get it. It's a young Batman. He's only been doing it a couple years. He's still developing, so it makes sense. He wasn't as buff as I wanted to see a Batman be buff, but he really brought it, guys. His physicality was incredible in this movie. He kicks a lot of ass, guys. This Batman is no fucking joke, guys. He kicks so much ass. It reminds you of the Arkham series video games. The physicality of this, the way he's kicking so much ass, the way he works from the shadows, the way he uses the darkness. And this reminds you of like a Western movie a lot. Whenever Batman's coming onto the scene, you see him walking and you hear his footsteps, kind of like spurs on a boot of a cowboy coming in the Old West to try and handle business. That's what you get here. The biggest, baddest cowboy in the West here to handle business in Gotham City. I got a vibe of a Western kind of theme a little bit, where he's the top cowboy here to handle business. And I really, really liked that a lot. It was really badass. This movie as a whole entirely is just one big vibe. You are feeling this Batman, guys. He's a badass OG the entire time. I really like that we are experiencing what he's experiencing for the first time with him. For example, there's a scene where he's on a rooftop and it's a little higher than he's accustomed to being, and he kind of gasps a little bit. And I love that moment, guys, because we're seeing a Batman that's developing before our eyes. He's getting accustomed to new heights. He's getting accustomed to new feats of strength that he didn't have before. And I really, really appreciated that, because usually we see Batman, he's the most badass guy. He's already developed. He's got everything. But no, in this one, things go wrong for him. Things break down on him. He's got an awesome array of gadgets that he uses already for his 2 years of being Batman. He's got some great gadgets. Yeah, there are some hiccups with them for sure, and I really, really appreciated that. I love seeing that big time. I gotta say the cast of this was spectacular, guys. Spectacular. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman was a breath of fresh air. She was amazing. Colin Farrell as the Penguin was incredible, guys. Just the light in his eyes, the facial expressions he made with that prosthetic on was incredible, guys. You couldn't even tell it was Colin Farrell. He just did a fantastic job. You didn't see him too much, but the amount that you did was just, he stole the scenes, guys. It was beautiful. Now, there were some things that I kind of was like, I don't know about that too much throughout this movie. There are some certain scenes where, you know, there were little holes that didn't really make too much sense. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Certain scenes about Batman being around the police too much. That's kind of, I had some questions about, like, why he's around the cops as much as he is. Usually Batman likes to operate in the shadows and away from the police, just with Gordon one-on-one. But he's around the police a lot. There's some certain things that transpire here that they don't follow up on moving forward, and it really kind of made me question what's going on. Certain events that happen between him and the police that they don't really touch up on moving forward, and I kind of had some questions about that. If you guys seen it, you guys know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and comment on it in the comment section below. But I gotta tell you guys, overall, this movie was spectacular. They really, really nailed it. The acting was so on point, the action was incredible, and Matt Reeves tied the bow on this package, guys, and delivered it to the audience with beautiful fervor, guys. This was an incredible display of Batman, and I highly, highly appreciated it. I give this movie a creme de la creme out of a creme de la creme, or a gold rating. This movie was incredible, had all the elements I wanted. Excellent action, excellent work from the shadows, gadgetry, detective work. The only thing I gotta say a little bit about that was that Batman kind of figures out the clues a little too quickly. I kind of wanted a little bit more investigatory work from him. He kind of figured things out a little too quickly, I thought. Things transpire a little too fast. He figures out all the riddles a little too fast. They didn't spend too much time with the riddles, and if you've seen it, let me know what you guys think of that. But that's the only kind of hiccup I kind of saw there, that things went by a little too quickly. But other than that, this was a home run, guys. Everything was spectacular, and I loved it. I highly recommend this movie, guys. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Let me know what you guys thought of this movie if you've seen it already. I really want to know what your guys' take is on this one and how it compares to Batman movies previous in your guys' rankings. I really want to know what you guys think of this movie overall. Let me know in the comment section below. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more content and reviews, and I'll catch you on the next According to Ash. Stay gold.